right, joining me right now is Mr. Praveen Chakravarty, Chairman, Professionals Congress and Data Analytics. Mr. Chakravarty, I was looking at your social media post. On X, you have posted that the Padma Awards is the electionization of awards, where Padma Awards are concerned. Why do you say that, Mr. Chakravarty?
Yes, my post was actually based on data and facts. I said, let me look at the Padma awardees from each state over the last 5-6 years and see how many of them are from election going states of that year. So if it was, say, for example, 2020, then the election going states of that year could be Delhi and Bihar. Then 2021 was Tamil Nadu, West Bengal, Kerala, Assam, Puducherry. So I said, how many of the total Padma awardees come from these election-going states to find out, is the Padma Award also being used as an election vehicle or a weapon? And it turns out that, an extraordinary number of awards actually are given to people from those states that go into elections. So, for example, this year, first, I must say Happy Republic Day. Sorry, I should have said that right at the beginning. But 2026, nearly 35, more than 35% of the total Padma awardees come from these 5 election-going states that are about to go to election in the next 2 months. 3 out of the 5 Padma Vibhushans have gone to people from Kerala. Now, don't get me wrong. I come from an election-going state. I'm from Tamil Nadu. I'm immensely proud that a lot of Tamilians have gotten Padma Awards this year. I'm glad that the great actor Mammootty has won the Padma Bhushan this year. But why is it that 35 to 37% of all awards go to people from election-going states every year? And during the non-election time, these states only get about 10 to 11%. So that very clearly tells you that awards are being used.
Okay, so there are two, there are two parts to the question I'd like to ask you. Number one, the maximum number of awards, Praveen Chakravarty, have gone to the state of Maharashtra, not so much as Tamil Nadu, Kerala. So Maharashtra is a state that has already gone into election, and really not much would be achieved politically to give a lion's share of awards to Maharashtra. And it's happened in this very list.
See, Uttar Pradesh and Maharashtra are the 2 most populous countries in the world, in India, right? So it's natural that a lot of the awards will go to people from these states because their population is also high. So statistically, one cannot just look at maximum and minimum. It's not about maximum and minimum. Each state is not equal. If the 5 election-going states, they constitute about 18% of India's population. Okay? So roughly, if it was all equal, I know it's not that it cannot be equal, but roughly you would expect 20 to 25% of Padma awardees from these 5 states. Why is it that there is 36%?
Okay, and so you're saying 5 states constitute 36%. And that's why your charge is it's an electionization of these Padma Awards to influence elections in the upcoming 5 states which are going up for elections. That's the charge.
Yeah, so I want to clarify. This is not just based on 1 year, 2026. I've shown, in fact, I put out the data from 2020 onwards. I've removed the years in which there were Lok Sabha elections, right?
Fair point.
I said, look at the pattern here. In 2022, Uttar Pradesh and Punjab, and they all go to elections, and then a lot of the awards come from those states. In 2023, Chhattisgarh, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Telangana go to elections, and a lot of the awards come from those states. So there's a very clear and consistent pattern of the Padma Awards also being used as an election vehicle or an instrument.
That's a charge which has been made, especially by your party. It was made at the time of Karpuri Thakur being given the Bharat Ratna right before Bihar elections, or even B.H. Chaudhary Charan Singh getting the Bharat Ratna before the 2024 general election. So this is a charge where your party has made, which is the milking awards or the electionization of awards of what you have termed it. But Praveen Chakravarty, you're a man of data, right? And if you're looking at these awards, then you've got to look at data which even encompasses when your own political party was at power. So what we've done here at India Today is, and you can smile, but the fact is, if there is electionization of awards, then your party equally has their hands or its hand in the till. And I'll go back, because I'm looking at data, and we'll put that data out there, from 2000 to 2016. And exactly the charge that you have made, and primarily in certain years, the percentage of awards, Padma Awards, is much higher than 55% on certain election-going states, and this has happened and conferred where your party in power. So one thing is clear, that 30% in the election years, there has been a jump for particular states if they were going into elections from the year 2000 to 2016. So your party is equally guilty. There has always been the electionization of awards, and nothing much has changed. Good for the gander, good for the goose.
Now, if your response to this is going to be whataboutery, and if the response is, oh, this was done earlier, so it's okay now. Now, I can't answer for what has happened in the past. Now, I've not looked at that data, and I can't answer for what's happened in the past. I am glad that at least my post has forced you to go look at some of the data in the past, because we are not only talking about symbolic kind of Bharat Ratnas or something, being given to a particular person. I've taken the entire Padma Awards list, and I've looked at data and facts. This is facts. Now, if your charge is that this used to happen in the past and didn't happen, and what was the level at which it happened in the past, now I actually think that's not very meaningful at this point in time. Is the Padma being used as an election instrument? And in the last, whatever, decade or so, the data says absolutely yes, even in 2026. So the simple point is, while we know that many institutions, such as the judiciary and the ED and the CBI and the income tax and all of the election commission, and now clearly censor board, so for film certification, has also been used as election instruments. Here is a new one, Padma Awards. So there's only one goal that seems to be there, which is elections, that drives everything in this country.
No, I'm not contesting with what you say. You put out facts. Nobody's contesting that. I completely do agree that awards today, even if it is the symbolic awards of Bharat Ratna, are clearly given with an eye on elections and electioneering. My only submission in this, Praveen Chakravarty, was, I'm not saying two wrongs have made a right, but the fact is there have to be admittance. You might think it's not relevant, but it is relevant, because like I said, you'll have a political outfit which will say, you did it, why shouldn't we do it? And data seems to suggest you did it, if not as much, practically worse at that point of time when you were in power. I'm not saying it's correct, but that is what the data suggests.
Yeah, like I said, let's both agree that whatever, the past sins cannot condone the present sins. And so I think it's important to point this out. It's important to, bring this to everyone's attention. And of course, times have changed, things have changed. Today, we are on social media. There are a lot more people who are looking at these things. And it's also an opportunity to make arguments using data and facts rather than just kind of casting blames and shouting at each other. So that's all I can say.
All right, but final word, Mr. Chakravarty. Well, at least, are you glad that there have been fair amounts coming in from your state as well? At least there have been people who've been acknowledged, who needed to be acknowledged a while ago.
Like I said, I'm delighted. I'm delighted that there's so many Tamilians. Finally, people in the north are recognizing the south of the Vindhyas, or the south of the Godavari. And there are some personal favorites of mine, like Ranjani-Gayatri. I'm a big Carnatic fan. I mean, I'm a big fan of their singing. They've been recognized. The great actor Mammootty from Kerala has been recognized. So there's some fantastic awards. There's no denying that. But can we not politicize and electionize every single thing in this country? Elections cannot be the be-all and end-all in the world's largest democracy.
The fair point, Mr. Chakravarty. And, nobody's condoning it. Yes, possibly an eye on elections. But once again, it's always happened. When is it not happened is the other way to look at it. But thank you for taking the time out and joining us this evening. Appreciate it, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.